Sitting here with one of my favorite boxers, Terrence. Good to see you again, man. How's everything been since the last fight?
Good to see you, man. Things have been going very well. I took some time off. I took like 2-3 weeks off, and then I came straight back to training. A lot of people counted me out in my first fight, knowing that in East London, if you don't get the knockout, you don't win, But I proved to myself, most importantly, that, I have what it takes to fight anywhere in the country.
Well, that's what you did. You knocked the guy out anyway, so it wouldn't have gone to points. So you did the job. But you got another fight coming up now, which a lot of us got surprised about. You're fighting in like three weeks' time. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about the fight that you're going to be doing?
My coach told me like 3-4 days ago, and I'm really happy because this fighter is an experienced fighter. He's been in the game since like 2006, and I've done my homework on him, and my coach has also done his homework. So we strongly believe that we're going to win this fight, And I've been looking to fight someone that's known and, has more experience because I want people to see my boxing skills as well.
Judging by at least his record, he's a tough guy. Do you plan on perhaps going the distance in this fight?
I don't plan on, going looking for the knockout, but don't be surprised if I knock him out.
That's basically, it's a mark of a good fighter, right? So if you have power, but you don't necessarily have to force it. Would you agree with that comment?
Yeah, I do actually. I think power comes with technique and how you rotate your punches and how you just your technique, your stance, from your stance to how you stand, and how you punch and all of that, You don't have to force the power.
Have you been surprised at basically how your career is sort of just, you got to fight so quickly again after the other one? In South Africa sometimes it's tough to get, especially during the COVID-19. Were you surprised that you got it so quick?
I'm just grateful. I just want to thank God for that because I didn't plan that any of this would happen. I wasn't even looking to get a fight this year, but I've got like 3-4 fights lined up this year. I might be fighting. I'm actually fighting again in April in East London, and I might be fighting in June again. On Walker's Bull. So I'm really grateful, man. I've been putting in the work and I've been just praying, and things are going well for me.
Well, so your career's pretty much planned out until June. So guys, if you want to make a booking, it's going to be very difficult with you right now. However, I did notice one thing, right? When you talk about June, Rourke fights for Golden Gloves, and there's another guy that you called out on social media. You guys were supposed to fight debuts against each other. Never ended up happening. Yourself versus Nelson. Are you still interested in that fight, and would that perhaps be a good June fight for you?
If he wins, definitely I want to fight him because, I was supposed to fight him. He ran from me, He ran from me. He didn't want to fight me. I don't know why, but he didn't want to fight me. I was actually training to fight him, and like 3 weeks down the line, I saw that he's fighting, and I just knew that they ran from me, but it's fine. But if he wins, I'm definitely calling him out. I want to fight him.
Yeah, so just going back to what you're saying there, just to reiterate, at home, he's fighting someone else. He could have taken you as an opponent. Is that what you were basically alluding to?
I actually thought that I was going to fight him, And then my coach told me that his promoter said he's not well or something about that, but obviously he ran because he's fighting.
And you're going to be watching his fight quite closely. Is that going to be a social media call out from you?
If he wins, I'm going to call him out because I was supposed to fight him. If he doesn't win, then I'm looking at bigger and better things. Yeah. I want to fight well-known opponents. I didn't come into this sport to cherry-pick fighters. I want to prove myself against the best.
Let's talk about your dad. Obviously, Vusi talks about him. He's trying to give you the push in boxing. He really wants the best for you and wants to get you as far as possible, as quick as possible. His support here in terms of boxing, have you been feeling it a lot?
He's the reason why I started boxing. Actually, he put me in boxing in hopes that I would get punished because I was really fighting all the time. I had that problem of an anger problem. So he put me into boxing, and then when I got there and I sparred, it was a different story. So he's been supporting me, my family, everyone, my sisters, my mother. They've been supporting, even my brothers, they support me with everything. And my dad sometimes pushes me so hard that people around him say, why are you pushing him so much? When I'm home, he follows me around with the car and I'm running every day. I can't rest when I'm at home. A lot of people, when they go home, they get to relax and spend time. He's pushing me. I feel like I'm in camp when I'm at home.
So who's all the cast on your prank list? Because I see on social media you're always pranking each other. Who's all involved there?
Those are my brothers, my two brothers, one younger and one older, Sfisa and Tlaga, those guys are the craziest people. You know, you can never sleep when
So you're getting attacked in your sleep.
I can't even rest when I'm sleeping with them because they come with the phone and they put onions in my mouth and all of that. So. But yeah, we do it to each other. We just have fun together.
Yeah, because it's not only just you getting attacked. You also do some of the dishing out there. Yeah, I've seen that as well. You don't hide that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, going back, I mean that's obviously good. Do any of your brothers box?
No, one is a personal trainer. He holds pads for me sometimes, and he's doing physiotherapy, so he's doing well also. And the other one he's an accountant.
Alright, okay, so you guys are a pretty neat family then. You guys are doing well for yourself.
They support me, man. I appreciate them so much. They come here sometimes. They come from Durban to Joburg to watch me train and watch me spar, and that means a lot to me, man.
Are they going to be able to come out to Port Shepstone where you're fighting your next fight?
They're definitely going to be there. They're going to, if the fans are allowed to come in, they're going to come for sure.
Right, and for you, importantly, this fight is just an experience. That's basically what I'm gauging out of this. You just want to go in there, get some rounds perhaps, and build your record.
Yeah, I hope that Wandile and Mbhele is not overlooking me, because I'm sure he's looking at my record and he's like, this guy has one fight and one amateur fight, But he must be prepared because I can really box, and I know that I have good skills. I spar with a lot of talented fighters in this gym. Rocknap, Shongo, Lebo, all of these guys, I spar with them. Tristan Truter, all of them. So, and I hold my own against them. So he must come prepared.
Well, that's the other thing, right? He's experienced. So is any part in your mind which is thinking, you know what, I really got to be up for this fight?
I'm taking this fight seriously because with me, experience is, I think I put a lot of time into boxing. Besides just training, I learn every day. I watch like 6-7 fights a day. And I sit down with my coach and we watch fights, we study, and we try and improve every time. So he mustn't come in thinking that it's going to be a walk in the park.
Well, for the people at home, we all know by now, they watch the first interview at least that you're a big Errol Spence fan. And, Errol puts his guys away, that's one thing. And, even at the business end of his career, when he was a world title, man, he's just putting guys down. So you obviously want to follow in those footsteps. Perhaps this guy's a tough guy, but if you believe in yourself, you can definitely do it.
I think I am going to knock him out, actually. If he comes in reckless, because he's more of a pressure fighter and he likes to take a lot of punches, and I'm very accurate. So if he comes in reckless, I'll knock him out for sure.
And being obviously with the Vusium sort of boxing factory, we call it, a lot of guys coming out doing well, so he's a proven coach. Being a part of that, do you think obviously you get an added advantage in this fight, having these lessons?
With me, I think that I have more experience than him. Besides that, I have one fight and all of that. My coach, how he teaches me to box and the type of training that I'm getting. And he had a long layoff and, he's just coming back now. So I think that I'm ahead of him.
All right, what's your message for him before you step in the ring, your opponent, that is?
I just hope that we both come out healthy, and I'm going to give him a tough fight. He mustn't come in overlooking me because I'm not overlooking him. And I just hope we give the fans fireworks, that's all. And
then just lastly from you, a thank you or a shout out for anybody?
I just want to thank God, man, most importantly, and I want to thank my family. I want to thank Vusi for being there for me. When I came here, man, it was very difficult for me. I was sleeping in my car and all of that, and coming to training and didn't have a place to stay. And he took me in, man. I'm like a son to him, and he's like my father. So I'm really grateful, And I want to say thank you to you also for giving us a chance, man, and putting us out there. And I want to thank Colin also, for giving us a place to train and everything. I just want to say thank you to all the fans also that support me on Instagram and everything. I appreciate it.